No, is it better? Better? There we go. Woo! Graduates, please be seated. Good evening. My name is Melissa Matthews. I serve on the board of directors for the Nursing Alumni Society Board, and I am a proud graduate of the May 2005 nursing class. The goal of the Nursing Alumni Society is to stimulate the interest of all graduates so that we may be able to further the educational, professional, and social interests individually and collectively between our alumni. I am honored to welcome you to the Summer 2025 Ball State Nursing Pinning Ceremony. The pinning ceremony is a meaningful nursing school tradition that signifies the official initiation into our community of nursing professionals. On behalf of the Nursing Alumni Society, I am honored to recognize these new nursing graduates here tonight. And in such a respected and time-honored tradition, the nursing pinning ceremony. Before we recognize the graduates here on stage, I have the honor of introducing our distinguished guests. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. First, I have Dr. Carrie Osborne, Director, School of Nursing. Dr. Scott Rutledge, Dean, College of Health. Susan Benner, Senior Director of the Ball State School of Nursing Baccalaureate Program and Associate Clinical Lecturer. Class advisors for the graduating class, Anna Baker, Assistant Clinical Lecturer. Jessica Duncan, Baccalaureate Program Director and Assistant Clinical Lecturer. Our guest speaker this evening, Pam Brailage, Assistant Clinical Lecturer, and a representative from the Nursing Alumni Society Board, Gina Kors, a proud graduate of the class of 1979. So please join me in extending a warm welcome to our guests. Okay, so one quick housekeeping item. If you'll please make sure that you turn off all phones and other mobile devices, just so that way we're able to enjoy the graduates here uninterrupted tonight, okay? If you're like me, I don't get phone calls from anybody I'm not usually with, but that one time is gonna be when I'm sitting in the middle of something, right? Okay, so at this time, we're gonna have our welcome by Alexa Pfister, Class Vice President. Alexa?
Sorry. There is a technique to reduce stage fright by focusing on one person and delivering your speech just to them. If you catch me glimpsing towards heaven, it's because the man I got this degree for is watching from a different angle than the rest of you are. I would like to start by thanking each of you for joining us, not just tonight, but over the last 2.5 years, as my fellow classmates and I have each paved our paths to becoming nurses. We would not have been able to do this without the unwavering support of our families, friends, and faculty. I can say with certainty and confidence that I would not have made it through nursing school without the amazing group of graduates that I share this stage. Nursing school is a testament to the importance of the person you randomly decide to sit next to. They'll end up being your best friend. A person like Maddie Klausing, who you get paired with for a project, who will then check on you after every exam. Or a person like Paris Webster, who will text you, proud of you for passing, before you even tell him your score. We have truly found the people that we could go to with anything and everything, and the people who oftentimes believed in us more than we believed in ourselves. As I stand here speaking to all of you, I can truly say that I have had plenty of days where I have doubted myself. Because of that, I would like to say thank you to the faculty of Ball State University School of Nursing. A thank you to the professors who set up Zoom calls with me, even when they had their own lives to tend to. Professors like you are what have lit a fire inside of us and have inspired us to become critical thinkers, patient advocates, and passionate caregivers. You have dedicated your time and your energy to instilling greatness and knowledge into each and every one of us. And a special shout out to any patient that was our first IV stick, and a personal apology to the man who was mine. With that being said, nursing graduates of summer 2025, thank you for allowing me to grow with you, study with you, cry with you, and walk this stage with you. Usually I would tell someone to change if our outfits matched, but I am overjoyed to be matching with you. It has been an honor to watch you earn your white scrubs and your pin, and I am so excited to see where you all go in your nursing careers and the lives that you touch along the way. Congratulations.
Thank you, Alexa. All right, our guest speaker for tonight, chosen by the class, is Mrs. Pam Braylage, Assistant Clinical Lecturer in the School of Nursing. Pam?
Thank you. Good evening. I am honored to have been asked to speak with you tonight. I had the pleasure of working with these soon-to-be nurses as they started their very first semester in our School of Nursing program. Many of you were so scared and overwhelmed, and dare I say that a few tears were shed. Some of you had no idea how to accurately position the stethoscope into your ears so that you could actually hear. And I think some of you were a little bit dumbfounded or annoyed at your very first checkoff was hand washing. That semester, you learned how to put on personal protective equipment, how to transfer patients, and all about sterile technique and catheters. And for some of you, when we told you that you could not escape math in nursing school, I think you thought you were going to die. In your final semester, I'm privileged to be part of your capstone experiences. I'm in awe of how much you know and how much you have learned, how far you've come in such a relatively short time. Your sense of wonder and awe at the human body and humanity itself is a breath of fresh air. You're having intelligent discussions and making decisions about people's lives that you probably could never have imagined a few short years ago. I often tell my students that I have a vested interest in making sure that they know what they are doing. After all, you are the nurses who are going to be taking care of me and my family. You are the nurses who will be taking care of your family members who are sitting in this audience today. You are our future. We need you. Never doubt that you deserve to be on this stage. Graduates, you are entering one of the most honorable professions. This ceremony tonight, while at this moment may seem long to you, represents not an end, but a beginning. Yes, it symbolizes the end of your undergraduate studies, but not an end to your learning. This pin, these white scrubs, this light that you carried in, represent the history of nursing. You are entering into a profession that embodies service and the duty of caring for all humankind. This traditional ceremony has longevity and is a rite of passage. The first nursing pin was presented to graduating class in the United States, is recorded as being in 1880. And to cite my source, right, that's from the Museum of Nursing History, which is an actual place in Philadelphia, by the way. So this is not just a job that you're ready for, this is a calling. Nursing will become a part of who you are no matter what you do. And everyone's journey is different. All the ups and downs, good times and bad, will be part of your story. I want you to look around you. See your family and those that love and support you. See your peers and your soon-to-be colleagues. They are part of your story. Every person here tonight has been part of your journey to this point. And while some of you will lose touch, some of you will remain close. Many of the people here in this audience have watched you grow from infancy into adulthood. And what amazing adults you are. They will still be by your side as you continue your journey. As a matter of fact, I can guarantee that many of them, if they haven't already, will be calling you and asking you for medical advice. Many of them will also send you some disgusting pictures and ask for your help, right? Be ready. My own mom loves to tell people that I'm her personal nurse, right? Nursing will just be a part of who you are. It will be part of your lifestyle. There will be key moments in your life and on your journey that will remind you of why you chose this profession and how important it is. Your path may turn out different from what you expect it to be at this moment, but once a nurse, always a nurse. I would like to share with you a few key moments of my journey to tie into the beginning of your journey. First, I remember being a brand new oncology nurse, fresh out of school. I was caring for a woman who had children my age. She was terminal, and I was trying to be as supportive and as knowledgeable as I could be to do my job to the best of my ability. As I was preparing to leave the room for a moment, the woman's daughter turned to me and she said, "Pam, you can't leave. You're our anchor." And all that was going through my head at that moment was, I'm not old enough to be your anchor. But this family put trust in me. So I pulled up my big girl pants and I was their anchor, okay? You will have the opportunity to be an anchor for your patients and their families. Embrace it. They will trust you. Know that you have been trained for this. As I was starting my own family and was unsure of what to do to manage my career and family, my son's school nurse reached out to me and told me that she thought I would be a good school nurse. She recommended that I apply for the position that would be opening soon. I had never thought of being a school nurse because pediatrics was not my area. I was an adult oncology nurse, right? School nursing was not on my radar. But you know what? I subbed in the school system, and I liked it. It fit what I needed at the moment for my family. Remember, there are so many different areas of nursing that you can enter. Don't close a door because you think that that area is not for you. Sometimes someone else sees potential in you that you don't see in yourself. Be open to new opportunities. They may turn into adventures. In 2008, my husband's aunt lost her life in an unfortunate tragic accident. She was a well-respected nurse in her small community. A few days prior to the funeral, I received a phone call and was asked to be a pallbearer at the funeral. I assumed that they were asking my husband to do the job, and so I was prepared to pass the phone to him. I was immediately corrected and assured that it was me they wanted. Every single pallbearer for Doris was a nurse. Her casket was adorned with flowers and a stethoscope. Every one of us made sure to wear our nursing pins as we served her and her family one last time. That moment solidified for me in a whole new way the respect and magnitude of our profession. I hope that at some point in your career that you will have the opportunity to be of service in a way that you never expected, but that it reminds you of what your nursing career means to you and to others. And then in 2013, I stepped out of nursing for a short time when I was asked to be a director of religious education. It was an opportunity that I had originally declined. However, a few years prior, I had been diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder, and I knew that returning to the bedside for 12-hour shifts was probably not likely to be the best for my health. So believe me, this was not in my plan when I was 22 years old. So I took the position. After all, I was now providing spiritual health care. But I always maintained my license. Once a nurse, always a nurse. My nursing oath to protect the most vulnerable never left my mind, even when I was not working directly in healthcare. My advice to you, if something comes up and you choose to step out of the profession, always maintain your license. You never know when you will be called back to duty. In 2017, I decided I still had nursing knowledge to share, and I knew it was important to bring up the next generation of nurses. I had an undergraduate professor who, for years, every time she saw me, would ask me when I was coming back to Ball State to teach. Occasionally, I would look into it, and the timing just never seemed right. However, this was now the right time. And lo and behold, I decided to go back to school to get my master's to be a nurse educator. And so after being out of school for nearly 25 years, I decided to go back. Let me tell you, that was hard. But if there's one thing I know that nurses can do hard things. Again, never close a door. When the time is right, you will make your move. Remember, other people, other nurses will see you and will believe in you. And they will encourage you to be your best self. Be open to new opportunities and growth, even if it's not currently in your plans. A little over a year ago, my friend's mother passed away. She had been a school nurse and was a vital resource for me as I had started as a school nurse. When Linda passed, her family decided to have a Nightingale tribute at her funeral. The Nightingale tribute was developed in 2003 by the Kansas State Nurses Association to honor the lives of nurses who have died. Similar to a military service, it is a last call for the nurse who has worked so diligently in the profession. Often, there's an honor guard present to pay tribute to their fallen colleague. There's also a ceremonial poem reading. Let me tell you, I cried. To be honest, I couldn't stop crying because, again, I was so deeply moved and touched by the gravity of our profession. As a nurse, you will have the opportunity to touch many lives, be it by your words, a knowing look, or a gentle touch. And there may be small, unexpected moments down the road that remind you of who you are as a nurse. You will make a difference. You may not always understand your value, but I will guarantee you that someone else is noticing. And lastly, in February, I had the honor of caring for a family member on hospice during the last week of his life. I had the privilege of working around the clock to help keep my uncle medicated, to minimize pain, and to maximize comfort. I had to turn him every 2 hours to prevent pressure injuries and to provide education or a listening ear for his wife when needed. As I watched the decline alongside his family, every time I looked at Tom, I was reminded why I chose this profession to begin with. It is my duty to ease someone else's pain, and to me, it was a privilege to be by my family's side. I can't tell you how many times Tom's wife and children thanked me, but my response was always, I'm a nurse, it's what I do. Nursing is going to be a part of who you are. It will be your lifestyle, your way of being. It will become second nature, and you may one day have the honor of walking beside a family member. Additionally, you will not be able to go to the park or to sit on a plane without doing a head-to-toe assessment of that wacky person that's sitting next to you who seems just a little bit out of sorts. Okay. So nursing, yes, there's heartache. Yes, you will be stressed. Yes, you will be overwhelmed. And yes, you most likely will make a mistake. The adversity will not define you. It will develop you. But there will also be joy. Look for that. Continue to grow and to learn. Continue to develop. One day, we hope that you will take it upon yourself to teach the next generation, to pass on your wisdom and your knowledge. For now, take it all in and enjoy every moment. Embrace the experiences. The people you meet and the opportunities you have are all a part of your individual journey. And before I leave you, I want to go back to the Nightingale tribute poem that I mentioned earlier. It was written by Dwayne Yeager, a registered nurse, in 2004. The poem, She Was There, is recited at the funeral ceremony when a nurse's flame is extinguished. Today, however, your flame has been lit. You processed in here with a candle, albeit a fake candle, but you get the point with the light, right? The light represents the start of your nursing profession. You will carry on the tradition of Florence Nightingale with her lamplight. I have adapted that poem to send you into your nursing profession. Your life will forever be changed by being a nurse. When a calming, quiet presence is all that is needed, you will be there. In the excitement and the miracle of birth, or in the mystery and loss of life, you will be there. When a silent glance can uplift a patient, family member, or friend, you will be there. At those times when the unexplainable needs to be explained, you will be there. When the situation demands a swift foot and a sharp mind, you will be there. When a gentle touch, a firm push, or an encouraging word is needed, you will be there. In choosing the best from a family's thank you box of chocolates, you will be there. To witness humanity, its beauty, in good times and bad, without judgment, you will be there. To embrace the woes of the world willingly and offer hope, you will be there. And when it's your time to be at the greater one's side, everyone will know what you gave to be there. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Pam. Definitely a lot of words of encouragement and wisdom. So I hope you soaked it all in. Okay? All right. All right, so next we're going to have the graduates. They are going to recite the class pledge. So at this point, we'd like to call up class parliamentarian Lillian Cheeseman, please.
Fellow graduates, please stand. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to care for the sick with all the skill and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refraining from any action which might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level, and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the health team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Ethics applied to nursing and to uphold the integrity of the nurse. Thank you.
You may all be seated. Okay, now that these graduates have taken the oath, the moment has finally arrived to receive their nursing pins. The pin you receive tonight represents knowledge gained in the pursuit of an education and to be gained as the individual continues to grow personally and professionally in the pursuit of the chosen career. It also represents love gained through understanding and appreciation of the democratic process, the dignity of humanity, and the mutual respect of individuals. Loyalty given to the school, family, and colleagues, and to be given to the employer in the pursuit of the practice of the profession. Also represents charity given to all, whether they be neighbors, friends, clients, or to be given in the application of the art of nursing. So these characteristics are the art and science of nursing. So at this time, class advisors Anna Baker and Jessica Duncan will present the pins to each of the students. And Susan Benner, Senior Director of the Baccalaureate Program, will announce the names. Gifts of cords and carnations are from the Nursing Alumni Society Board and will be presented by board member Gina Coors.
Will the class officers please rise? Madison Taylor Lawson, our president. Vice President Alexa Lynn Pfister. Secretary Lily Rebecca Richardson. Treasurer Elise Talbot Hutchison. Parliamentarian Lillian Christine Cheeseman. Class officers, you may be seated. Row 1, please rise. Nicholas Jaron Alexander. Savannah Riley Burke. Taylor Lee Burkett. Rachel Annette Carlson. Madison Suzanne Marie Klausing. Alexandra Jane Daly. Anna Ruth Foley. Alexis Marie Hibbert. Kennedy Ann Linvey. Devin Marie Lytle. Row 2, you may be seated. Row 3, please rise. Savannah Jolie McMichael. Alexis Marie Oliver. Madison Elizabeth Sabin. Allison Paige Seitz. Abigail Elaine Sitzman. Miranda Sue Spittler. Kara Lynn Sergai. Paris Webster. Deanna Lene West. Owen M. Wills. Row 3, you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Ball State University School of Nursing Summer 2025 Nursing Class.
It's emotional, isn't it? I see a lot of you. You should be very proud, though. It's a very proud moment. That's right. That's right. Okay, at this time, I'm going to call Madison Lawson up, who's going to provide some remarks from the class president. Madison?
Good evening. My name's Maddie Lawson, and I'm the class president. I know these events can be like kind of long, and you kind of like lose your attention span. Totally get that. So I want to start off with like a little check-in with you guys. So who here, by a show of hands, supported a nursing student through at least one all-nighter or mental breakdown? For that, we probably owe you some coffee or maybe a nap. Thank you. Now raise your hand if you have ever been a guinea pig for head-to-toe assessment, blood pressure, IV stick, or anything else that you might have been like voluntold to do. Yeah, thank you for your dedication to our education, by the way. Finally, raise your hand if you're super proud of a nursing student who's up here on the stage with me tonight. You all really should be. It's a lot of hard work, but we couldn't have done it without you by our side. So, as class president, it's my honor to welcome you all to our pinning ceremony. As a class, we began our journey with nerves and excitement, and we're finishing that journey tonight with the same excitement, but also fear and ambition for what the future holds. I remember when I first learned how to take a blood pressure, and all of us were so serious, and we were like, please don't talk to me right now, I'm trying to auscultate. But now we take that same blood pressure, hang an IV, and eat a granola bar all at the same time. We call that multitasking. Well, you might call that multitasking. We call it another Tuesday at the hospital. Anybody that you ask on the stage will tell you that nursing school isn't an easy feat. It's more than just exams and lectures. We've probably submitted about 400 care plans, stood by patients and their families on their worst days, and celebrated with them on their best. But most of all, we've supported one another along the way. Along the way. And bonded in a way that most people may never get to experience. With that being said, through all these experiences, we were able to lean on one another, grow alongside each other, and pick each other up when it was needed the most. I'd like to take a moment and recognize a few of my classmates who I feel truly embody what it means to be a nurse. The first classmate I'd like to talk about is Abby Sitzman. Abby and I had the pleasure of being in our first clinical group in Pam's class together. Abby, it was such a full circle moment seeing you. Where are you? Oh, there you are. It was such a full circle moment being with you this semester in the same clinical group. Your calm, compassionate presence in clinicals never went unnoticed, and I feel like you were always able to make a patient or a fellow student always feel welcome. But I do remember our first semester, we were so scared to go into our patient's room and do a head-to-toe assessment. We partnered up every day and went in together. But watching you grow into a confident and intuitive nurse has been really inspiring. The next student I'd like to talk about is Maddie Sabin. It's rare to find somebody who doesn't change their mind about what field or specialty they might want to work in at least once while going through nursing school. Maddie is somebody who knew what specialty they were passionate about prior to coming into nursing school. She has always had a love for kids. So I have known Maddie for 4 years because of fraternity and sorority life, and I've been lucky to know Maddie for that long. But because of that, I know that Maddie has that warm, caring personality to be caring for babies in the NICU. The next student I'd like to recognize is Nick. Nick, from being hesitant during our first critical care rotation, as we all would be, to absolutely thriving by the end, you have shown us all what growth looks like in action. Nick is somebody who found their calling within critical care. There's something so special about watching your peers find something that they love and are passionate about and kind of watching it light that fire up inside of them. Nick found his calling caring for those in their most vulnerable state, and there's no doubt that that's where he belongs. The next two students I'd like to talk about are Deanna and Kara. One thing about nursing school is that we all will practice in different states, hospitals, specialties, you name it. So we never really get to see where each other end up or like what we're doing here in about a year and a half. And because of that, I'm so grateful to have the pleasure to work alongside both of them at the hospital after graduation. Kara, I will possibly be seeing your patients from the ED, wherever you are. And Deanna, please answer the phone when I call report to your floor. Of course, these are all just a few examples to give an outsider a look at the experience that we get while in nursing school. These friendships, connections, everything. Every single person in this class has had a journey worth honoring, though. Each of you have overcome challenges, celebrated victories, and contributed something unique to our group. To our professors and clinical instructors, thank you for holding us to high standards and for believing in us even when we didn't believe in ourselves. And especially when we couldn't tell the difference between systolic and diastolic or how to spell it. To our families and loved ones, thank you for all your sacrifices, patience, and constant encouragement. And for listening to all of our Guess What I Saw Today stories, and maybe even the gross, gory ones that you didn't want to hear but still listen to anyway. And to my classmates, this pin is more than just a symbol. It represents every late night, every moment of doubt that we conquered, and every life that we're about to touch. We're no longer just students, we're now future RNs. The ones that patients will trust, coworkers will rely on, and probably hospital Wi-Fi will fear because we're going to Google everything. And as we walk into this profession, let us carry the heart of nursing with us, even when it's hard. We may be graduating as students, but we're stepping forward as nurses. Let's continue to lift each other up, challenge the status quo, and make a difference in every room that we enter and every life that we touch. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Maddie. The Ball State University Nursing Alumni Society is committed to making a stronger connection with the School of Nursing. In an effort to begin this process, the Nursing Alumni Society developed criteria so that we could recognize an outstanding Ball State nursing student. Faculty with the School of Nursing made nominations, and then one nursing student was selected from this July 2025 graduating class. The criteria for selection were as follows. This student will have a GPA greater than 3.0 and will demonstrate 2 or more of the following characteristics: compassionate care, develop relationships, provide empathetic care, advocate for patients and families, provide outstanding clinical and interprofessional skills, and participate in community activities supporting wellness. There were several deserving nominees up on this stage today, but only one student could be selected. Some of the faculty feedback that was given on this student was, the award recipient is excellent clinically. She is eager to learn and inquisitive. She is always up for a challenge and learning new things. I can always count on her to give her all clinically. She cares about her patients and families and seeks to provide excellent patient care. She seeks out opportunities to learn and challenges herself every clinical day. She always jumps right in, regardless of the situation. In clinical, she actively seeks out opportunities to learn, even if it is not in her area of interest. She asks good questions and exudes the spirit of inquiry. She's dependable through and dedicated. As a student employee, she is always willing to represent Ball State in a positive light, whether at events or on promotional videos. She truly embodies the spirit of a BSU graduate. It is my honor to present the July 2025 Outstanding Ball State Nursing Student Award to Devin Lytle. I'll leave it right up here for you. So congratulations, Devin, for this amazing accomplishment. The Nursing Alumni Society is very pleased to honor you with this award. Got a little emotional with that one. I love it even more when they are completely surprised that people would say those things about them. And it was truly evident in Devin's face. She had no idea. So, I know, that's why I had to save it at the end. I had to save that at the end so I didn't give that away, you know? But we got you, girl. Congratulations. Okay, now I'd like to call up Dr. Carrie Osborne, as she would like to make just a few class recognitions.
Good evening, everyone. As Dr. Matthews said, my name is Carrie Osborne. I'm the director of the School of Nursing. I have the honor and privilege of serving that capacity, and I really have enjoyed the role and seeing these students grow over time. I actually was lucky enough to have, I think, almost all of them, if not all of them, in Nursing 230, so I've got to see their entire journey. So that's the best part of my job, is seeing not only where they come from the beginning to the end, but then also when they launch into their careers. So I'm kind of going off script a little bit because we hadn't it's not in the program to recognize and make special recognitions, but I wanted to do a few special recognitions of this class just because, you know, they've achieved a lot while they've been here at Ball State. These students, I mean, at a minimum, spend 1,000 hours in clinical in the 5 semesters that they're in nursing school. And I mean, that's just in clinical. So that's not including their classwork and all of the studying and group projects that they have to work on outside of class and all of those things. So many achievements within the School of Nursing, but they also have achievements academically as well as outside of the School of Nursing. So I just kind of wanted to make some of those recognitions, and I'll just have the students stand at their seats as I call the different recognitions out. So first I want to recognize the students that have graduated with academic honors, so either cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude. So if you graduated with academic honors and you have the medallion, if you could please stand to be recognized. And you all probably could remain standing, and I also want to recognize anyone who's been on the Dean's List at their time here at Ball State. So if you've been on the Dean's List, could you please stand? Look at that, oh my goodness. Dean Rutledge is really excited to see all of you that have been on the Dean's List, great job. You guys can be seated, thank you. And I just want to re-emphasize how hard that is. These students have been taking hard sciences and all of the difficult nursing courses. And to achieve that in nursing school is amazing. So congratulations to you all on your academic achievements. We also have a couple students who were AHEC scholars, so if you could please stand to be recognized. So the AHEC scholars, yes. That program is also academic in nature, but also has some clinical and some outside community service and things that they do. So they're not only doing the nursing requirements, but also going above and beyond and you know, connecting with the community. So thank you for your service in the AHEC program. And then just a couple of Ball State, I guess, organizational recognitions that I'd like to make is within the School of Nursing, a couple of students had served on the Ball State School of Nursing Curriculum Committee. So if you were a representative to the Curriculum Committee, could you please stand? If you came to our curriculum meetings. So these students helped us make policies for the School of Nursing, and they give us feedback on the work that we're doing in the School of Nursing as faculty. So we value their input as students and try to listen to their input as students and make some of those adjustments in the curriculum. So thank you for your service in that capacity. We also have some students who have been in sororities or fraternities, so if you could please stand if you were in a sorority or fraternity. Again, these students are putting in a lot of extra time in service, so thank you for being engaged in your sororities. And then my final recognition, you all could be seated, is if I think we had at least one student who was in club athletics or any other athletes in the class. No? Yes, see, I knew there was somebody. Was it club volleyball? Is that right? Yes, good, good. So thank you for your service there. And again, I mean, they're putting a lot of time in, not just in their studies, but also in the activities of Ball State. So we appreciate you being engaged students. It's not always easy to do in a program like nursing, so thank you for that. And on top of that, a lot of them are working, right, too. So they're busy people, and we appreciate all of you helping support them in their journey. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Osborne. All right, now we'll have some thank yous from the class treasurer, Elise Hutchison. Elise?
Hello to, can you guys hear me? Hello to my fellow nursing students, faculty, friends, and family. I stand before you today with a heart full of gratitude for every person in this room, because sitting next to me there are 24 new nurses, and we would not be here without all of your support. This accomplishment and this moment do not belong only to us, but it belongs to all of you. This moment belongs to all of you who have stood beside us, sat with us, and who believed in us when we did not yet believe in ourselves. All of us on the stage, all of the nurses and the audience who have been through nursing school, and everyone who has supported a student nurse could all agree that this is not a journey that we could do alone, and it takes a village to raise a nurse. And so, I would first like to say a very special thank you to part of our village, and that is our faculty, who never let us forget our why. You guys have taught us all of your wisdom, your tips and tricks, but most importantly, you have led by example and with passion. At every turn, you reminded us to look at our patients not as a task or an assignment, but as a person. And you guys did this by always asking us what we would do if it were our own loved one in the bed. This lesson is simple, but it's central to what nursing is at its core, and that is selfless caring for other people. And so thank you for teaching that to us. Now to our family, friends, and loved ones, you guys are a special part of this village that raised us into nurses. You guys were the silent or maybe the loud supporters who were in the background of our nursing school journey. You probably got a lot of nursing student phone calls. You might have gotten some calls at midnight from a hysterical nursing student who had an exam the next day, or maybe you got a 2 p.m. call because this is when we got out of clinical and we were excited because we got our first Foley catheter or a blood stick. Whether these calls were good or bad, you were there for all of them, and that is what is important. And so I speak on behalf of all of us when I say that we are so thankful for all of your support, and we could not have done this without you. And going back to the concept of the village, this wouldn't be complete if I didn't thank my fellow graduates. We would not be here without the support of one another. And there's a saying, it's really popular, but it says that it's the people that make the place, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is for all of you. I'm so proud of all of you. You all deserve this, and you're going to be amazing nurses. And so lastly, I want to take this moment to recognize all of the parts of this village, our faculty, our friends and family, loved ones that could not be here today, and of course each other. And so students, would you please rise and join me in giving a round of applause to our village, who have held us up so that we could be here today. Okay, you guys can be seated, thank you. You guys are the ones who taught us how to learn, how to lead, and how to love. And these are lessons that will go with us into every patient room and every encounter. So thank you.
Thank you, Elise. Now time for closing remarks that will be given by Lily Richardson, class secretary. Lily?
Hi, everyone. My name is Lily Richardson, and I'm the secretary of the summer nursing class of 2025. On behalf of the graduating class, we just want to take a moment to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. To our families, friends, and loved ones, we wouldn't be sitting here today without you. This journey hasn't been easy. It came with long nights, early mornings, missed events, tears, and moments of doubt. But through it all, you stood by us. Thank you for the late-night pep talks, for understanding when we were too exhausted to talk, and for always reminding us why we started. You believed in us when we struggled to believe in ourselves. You were patient, kind, and always present. Whether you were near or far, your support was felt every step of the way. This pen represents more than our hard work and dedication. It represents your sacrifices, your love, and your unwavering faith in us. This is your achievement too. So today, as we begin this next chapter in our lives as nurses, we carry your love with us. Thank you for helping us become who we are. We love and appreciate you more than words can say. So from all of us, thank you. Because of you, we're ready for what comes next.
Okay, thank you, Lily. All right, so before we dismiss, on behalf of the School of Nursing and the Nursing Alumni Society, I truly want to wish each of you the best as you transition into your nursing career. As you proceed to the next chapter of your lives, enjoy what you do. You have worked so hard, and you need to take pleasure and satisfaction in what you have achieved. Whatever your next steps are, take the learning you have received at Ball State as part of a lifetime of learning. It allows you to leave your situation better than when you found it. Please come back and visit us. We typically have our annual nursing reunion every spring, usually April or May. So we look forward to having you back as fellow alumni. Okay, graduates, your journey has just begun. Cherish this moment and go forth as compassionate leaders in healthcare. Remember, while wanting to make others proud of you, don't forget, most importantly, to make yourself proud. Okay, don't forget that. And now, my fellow alumni, congratulations. We are so proud of you. Let's take this opportunity to celebrate your achievement. Best of luck to each and every one of you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, congratulate the graduates. If that's not proud, I don't know what is, so, okay. All right, so right now, will the graduating class of July 2025 please stand? At this time, we ask that the audience remain seated until the recessional is complete. You will be meeting your graduates out in the lobby once they have fully exited the auditorium. Thank you for coming to honor the graduates, and have safe travels as you travel home tonight. Thank you and good night.